everybody. Yeah. Yeah, my name is Frank Simutis III. That's all I'll say about that. So, obviously, I'm a math major. And the way it's easy to tell that I'm a math major is because math majors, as a species, tend to be reclusive and terrified of human interaction, much like the North American black bear, or Waldo. And the logical follow-up question to that is, okay, Frank, that's all well and good. What are you doing on a stage? Like, are you lost? Where is your mother? But this is actually a strategic move on my part, because this is a great way to practice having half of a conversation in a controlled and measured way. Because having a real conversation is hard. In theory, it should be easy, like if someone's like, hey, when is the stand-up show? It's at 8 in the Connolly Cinema. Thank you, goodbye. Do, everybody walks away. That wouldn't be so bad. That's just supplying a missing piece of information into an equation, which is easy, like finding the determinant of a diagonal matrix. But real conversations are much trickier than that. Because first off, when someone says something to you, you have like half a second to process the information before coming up with something relevant to say back, and then you gotta go back and forth and be on your guard for that for like 20 minutes. Basically, having a conversation is just playing a game of Pong. You guys know Pong, that 70s video game that's like table tennis, but without anything? It's stressful sometimes, but ultimately it's pointless and unfulfilling. And that fast pace can be really tricky because most conversations are just carefully constructed gibberish. So, for example, say you're walking down the street and you see someone you know and they're walking too, hey. So you say, hey, person's name, how are you? And they'll say, hey, your name, how are you? And they'll walk away. Like, does that happen to other people? Yeah. And the thing that makes that so weird is that there's like unanswered questions just kind of hanging around in the air that have not been addressed at all. So the thing to remember here is that how are you isn't actually a question at all, it's a statement, which can be confusing if you know how grammar works. So just keep in mind that the words that you're saying aren't really important as the fact that words are being spoken at all, and the words are being spoken in the first place. So in that situation, you could probably get away with just like saying something slightly different, like, hey, how you are, or how you, or all of those mean the same thing because they mean nothing. On the topic of things that mean nothing, the weather. People love to talk about the weather for no reason at all. The conversations about the weather are like the quintessential example of a fast-paced, carefully constructed gibberish. So like a few weeks ago, I was in for dental cleaning and my dental hygienist started a 3-minute conversation with me about the weather. Do you know how long 3 minutes is? It is 3 minutes long. I know that it's 3 minutes long because I timed it. And I timed it because when I get stressed out, I need to look at numbers to calm me down. But like she'd say something like, yeah, it's 60 degrees out. That's a lot warmer than you'd expect it to be this time of year. Okay. But I can't do that. I have to like say something back, and I have to come up with something. I have to come up with an opinion on it quickly, because Pong waits for no one. I don't have any preconceived notions about how warm or cold it should be in March. There is genuinely nothing ever interesting to say about the weather other than, yes, the weather. It's happening. Classic the weather. The other weird thing about that conversation is that she started a 3-minute conversation with me without my consent. And that was okay. Like, are these actually the rules that we're going to agree to as a society? Because like, take it back to volume. Like imagine like you, sir, you're just sitting there in the front row, you're minding your own business. It would, like, what if I was to just come along and, right? Like my actions are within the acceptable realm of what is good and normal. you have to pass it back. That's how conversation, yeah, there you go. That's your social obligation. I say something to you and you have to say it back. And I say something to you and I say something to you. Yay. Yeah. I don't get how conversations work. Thank you. Yeah. I do not get how conversations work. So I did the most rational thing in response to that, which is to become a stand-up comedian. Because that'll help. But while learning stand-up comedy, I've learned a couple things. And I wanted to talk about something in particular today. And I think I'm particularly qualified to speak on this as a math major. So. 69 jokes. No, you guys have to stop. Like, I get it, but no. Here's why. 69 is the laziest callback joke. It's a really lazy joke. It doesn't work as a punchline because it's the same punchline every time. Like, literally every 69 joke is just 69 appearing in, like, unrelatedly in a conversation and someone going, nice. And the punchline of the joke is, oh, because you said 69 in an unrelated context, but 69 is also the sex number. So, and that's not even interesting the first time you hear it. There are interesting numbers out there, like 28. 28 is just a better number than 69. It's the sum of the first 5 prime numbers, it's the sum of the first 5 non-prime numbers, and it's the sum of its divisors, 1, 2, 4, 7, 14. That is interesting. That's more deserving of being made into a joke than 69. Let's try it now. 28. Nice, yay. 69. Okay, no, you were supposed to not, no, thank you. Yeah, thank you for booing. You're not supposed to laugh at that one. Here's the other thing. 69 jokes are made way, way, way too often. Like, doesn't it feel like whenever a 69 joke is made that everyone in the room has to go along with it, has to like enjoy it or pretend to enjoy it? Like, someone will always say the word nice afterwards. And like, by the way, I don't even know who decided that nice is code for you are now experiencing a 69 joke. There's gotta be some explanation for that. Those things don't just happen. But you know, after something like that, everyone else in the room has to go along with it. They'll make positive sounding noises to affirm the joke. They won't laugh because it's not funny, but they'll make just some positive noise to basically say, ah yes, funny joke, how spontaneous and whimsical of you. And because they're just vague positive sounding noises, they're meaningless. They can be replaced with other meaningless things, like sufficient. Thank you all so much, you've been wonderful.